Hello and welcome. Today I'll show you my Force Master doing Mushin's Tower 8th floor. The first thing I would recommend is to buy these immunity potions. These will help you a lot when Mushin does his giant fire AoE, by making you immune to the damage.
I have been waiting for you. I am what you harbor deep inside. Darkness. The god of martial arts.
So on the 8th floor you fight essentially Mushin's shadows or something like that. There are essentially 3 phases. The first one is stationary, he will not move from this spot. I don't know what to do about that first force grip, he will always do it and I couldn't iframe it or anything like that when I tried it other times. Essentially I just DPS him down. I just do the usual burn rotation and nothing special happens here. He keeps force gripping me, which is a bit annoying, but there's nothing else to it really. I try not to go too far, just in case that he has some kind of weird attacks that will hit me only if I'm too far, because being close by doesn't seem to put me in any extra danger, so it doesn't matter. Although he does do some ice kind of thing at the end, but I don't know if it's very dangerous or not. Maybe if he throws you into it or something. But he dies relatively quickly, so it really isn't a big deal. This is more of a DPS check, I guess. Look, this is the ice thing I meant, but as you can see I can just double S out of it and it's no problem. Now you go to that orb and click it to get the next one. This second fight is a lot trickier, because in this one he actually moves, and he also does a giant fire AoE that deals massive amounts of damage. If I take all of the hits, I will die, 100%. He apparently also does some kind of counter attack that will deal a lot of damage, in which case you want to iframe it and either ice block or just take the damage and not die. This is the fire one. What you can do is get to the edge of the room, or alternatively, you could just, you know, use the immunity potion, which you will see later. In this case I didn't do anything, I just took the fire hit and it was massive. You can iframe it though, but the easiest one is to just use your damage immunity potion and keep DPSing him. When he teleports to the middle, he loses all of his debuffs as well, so you have to apply burn again, and he can't be burned here right now. In this case I just use the damage immunity potion and nothing happens, and I just keep DPSing. This makes it essentially trivial, and to be honest the fire is the biggest part of this fight. This was the counter, he stunned me, and now he does his combo. And the ice attack, and as you could see that did a lot of damage. What you want to do really is tab out of the stun and then use ice V. In this case I use ice block with Whale to heal up some damage, because what Whale does is it makes you heal when you resist damage, regardless of what type of damage it is. So if you ice block, that blocks all kinds of damage and resists it, so if you stand in Veil and take any damage there, it will heal you. But the easiest one is still to use that damage immunity potion, but I needed HP, so that was the better option. And that's essentially the second part.
You cannot do that right now.
This one's relatively easy, he doesn't have all that much HP. The third one's trickier. In the third fight, Mushin has way more HP, and it's actually a damage race. Many people have the problem that they can't actually kill him in time, especially assassins and some blade dancers apparently. He does largely a similar moveset as he did in the second one. He does the fire AoE and the counter and all that stuff. He also does the ice thing, which isn't all that dangerous, at least not to me. You don't really want to get hit by that small red semicircle, because that will knock you in the air and potentially open you up for a giant combo. Now he does the burn stuff. I use the damage immunity potion because that's the easiest option. It still works. And that's most of the fight actually, really. The important part is to pay attention to when he does his counter stuff again. I use the knockdown just to see how it works against him. The annoying thing is that since it's a DPS race, the fact that he teleports to the middle and loses all his debuffs and becomes immune for a while, it's rather annoying. And there are some other moves he does where he also becomes resistant to damage. And that's largely the reason why many of the classes have trouble DPSing him down in time. Although I would say Force Masters have the easiest time in this case because they are the highest DPS in the game at the moment. At least I think they are. This is actually my first kill, so I don't know what to fully expect everywhere. So I'm trying to be a bit more careful than I would if I knew the fight completely. That's why I'm kiting so much back and forth and using my CCs and stuff. The second time I did it, it wasn't nearly as important to CC him, because he really doesn't do all that much. One thing that screws over melee classes is the fact that the fire in the middle is a damage over time effect, so it will kinda mess you up. Although I have heard there's some kind of damage buff here somewhere, but I don't know. I think that might have just been some inside jokes. But that was it. 2 minutes 38 seconds on my first kill. So as a Force Master, this really wasn't all that difficult. I was actually rather baffled. I imagined that, considering the complaining I saw that people did, I figured there was something more difficult. This is the outfit. It's like the Hong Moon one, just different color scheme and stuff. And named Traitor. And that's essentially the 8th floor fight. This is essentially the gear I used. I know my HP is different, that's because I upgraded my belt, but that really isn't an important one. I use the usual Soul Shield, 5 BSH pieces and 3 Endless Tower pieces. Awakened Siren accessories, Awakened Pirate Bangle, and the critical damage bracelet. And these are my stats. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe, and thanks for watching.